And welcome back to Atreyu News. This is really happening. Press Secretary Sean Spicer monitors FBI Comey hearing and answers press conference questions at the same time. That's what I call double tasking, or multitasking rather. There is no reason to believe President of the United States doesn't have complete confidence in FBI Director James Comey at this time. Let's take a listen.
Sean, does the president still have complete confidence in FBI Director Comey?
There's no reason to believe he doesn't at this time. John.
He said, wait, no, he said that there is no information to support the allegations that the president made against President Obama.
At this time.
So is the president prepared to withdraw that accusation and apologize to the president?
No, we started a hearing. It's still ongoing. And then, as Chairman Nunes mentioned, this is one in a series of hearings that will be happening. I think there's, as I noted last week, there's also a lot of interesting news coming out of that in terms of the activities that have gone on to reveal the information on American citizens that have been part of this, particularly General Flynn. There's a lot of things that aren't being covered in this hearing that I think are interesting. That since it's ongoing, I'll leave that for now. But I think there's a lot of areas that still need to be covered. There's a lot of information that still needs to be discussed.
Yes, indeed. Bring the truth to the light. Trump might try to close the deal on Tuesday. Trump to speak to House Republican Conference on Healthcare on Tuesday, congressional aides. We've come this far, and we've put our faith in Trump. I'll stand with the man till the end. To the bitter end, because I know what he represents. For a man to take on a position like Trump has done, to be attacked like he has, without having to do it, he did it because he wanted to, not because he had to, because he wanted to, under his own volition. Through the grace of God and his own free will, he has achieved victory, and we must stand behind him all the way. The incredible truth about the repeal of Obamacare has just been revealed. According to the Federal Budget Committee, the GOP healthcare bill would reduce the deficit by $2 trillion over 20 years. I was hoping more like reduce the deficit by $2 trillion maybe in 5 years, but hey, I'll take it. The Hill reported the House bill to repeal and replace Obamacare would reduce the federal deficit by about $2 trillion over 20 years, according to a rough estimate released Monday by the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. The estimate for the nonpartisan budget watchdog comes ahead of Thursday's planned House vote on the measure. The bill has the support of the White House and House GOP leadership, through some conservative and moderate GOP lawmakers oppose it. The American Health Care Act would repeal Obamacare's mandates and most of its taxes and create new tax credits that people could use to buy health insurance. It would also end the Medicaid expansion and provide federal funds for Medicaid on a per capita basis. The Congressional Budget Office estimated that the bill would produce savings of $337 billion over a decade, and it said that the bill would increase the deficit outside of the 10-year budget window. But the CBO has yet provided an estimate of the savings the legislation would produce in its second decade of enactment. Well, if the mainstream media comes out and demonizes the bill, and if the Democrats almost upwards of 90%, 95% oppose it, it'd be better than the current one we have now. Because what they want is the destruction of the Western Empire. For whatever reason, they have like this demonic sickness that detaches them from reality.